Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 6 Week 4 Day 2. So today, of course, we got ourselves the Fang Moor faction, of course, now for a couple months now, a month or two, I forgot how long it's been. But of course now every Tuesday is associated to whatever the kingdom is, and since it is Kedar, we have Fang Moor. I still don't understand why this faction is specifically associated to Kedar though. It's a little bit weird because it's 4 Nagas, so you'd kind of think like, oh yeah, it'd be Mrs. Scales. But nope, it is indeed Kedar, which is a little bit odd, but if I'm not mistaken, it's the only kingdom other than Mrs. Scales that has Nagas, if not mistaken. So always been kind of weird that that is the case. Also has one of the weirdest formats too, though pretty straightforward because you pretty much have no choice. You just go through that little section and then you basically just go grab the treasure rooms. These two should both be guaranteed, that one and this one. And these can be, but generally aren't. And you basically just head all the way over there, take the 2 treasure rooms, and then take out the boss. Or just take the mandatory path to the boss. Unfortunately, this is tied at the longest dungeon in the game if you're doing the quick method for it. If you're doing pure faction or something, a little bit annoying, just because you do have to do 5 battles, which is tied at the highest so you'll ever have to do for any faction. And apparently they're trying to sell as a pet, a little sharky. But anyways, guys, hello everyone! Hello Defiant, hello Tyrion, hello Bill, hello Warren, hello Isabel, hello Major or Mark Joey, hello Kurzy. Hello Roman, and hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, let me go fix this real quick. 1 second. Why is that doing that? There we go. Alright, let me go make chat bigger so I can go see you guys as well. Just reading on the other screen. Also, hello Hung, hello Cookie, hello Sushi Ninja. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so, first off, I think we'll start with the word event. So, of course, word event, a lot more straightforward than last week, luckily. As far as the team, we've actually just been running the quick kill of the cheaper team. Also, hello Genki! Welcome! We've just kind of just been running a variant of the cheaper team here. Basically, just get the weapon up, we're good to go, and just do it again. At this point, I think we need double cast Agi-Kill. Though we might be able to one-shot this one. Please don't get insta-kill. No, I got insta-kill! Nah, luckily I didn't need that troop. If that was our hero, that would have been devastating. Luckily, did not hit our hero. Actually, does our hero have stealthy? No, we're using Necromancer, so it shouldn't have stealthy. I don't think Necromancer has a chance to do stealthy. Necreza. First time you've gotten experience with High King Iron Guy? Oh yeah, he's a lot of fun. He can definitely make teams work. Let's see. Snowball Pet, 13 minutes if you need it. Oh no, I already have all the copies. Yeah, it is one of the somewhat more recent pets, but I did check earlier. I do have all the copies for it. Though it is one of those pets that, yeah, it's one of those ones that people might not have maxed yet. It is somewhat more recent. But no, I checked it earlier. I'm pretty sure I have it maxed. Let me just double check, just in case I looked at it incorrectly. But I'm pretty sure I had it maxed when I checked it earlier. Yeah, I already have it maxed. Still take it for the pet food, but nah. I'll leave it be. I don't know, maybe I should take it for the pet food. I might go take it for the pet food. I think we'll have enough time if we do this first. If there's 13 minutes left, we should have enough time to go kill it out. It takes like 4 minutes. Like 4 or 5 minutes. 5 if we get super unlucky. So I think we have time to do this first. If we don't get it, we don't get it. It's not too big a deal if we miss out on it. Just for the food. Hello, Gustavo! Welcome. But yeah, this Friday, we got a new faction. Should be pretty hype. Already looking forward to it. It's a pure dragon faction, too. Which is actually the first one. We've had dragons in some factions, but no faction has been purely dragon. Actually, that's not true. Was Felroos purely dragon? I know it had quite a few undead dragons. I can't remember if it was pure dragon, though. I don't think it was. I actually forget. Felroos might have been. I forgot. It might have to be the second one. I can't remember if Felroos is. I know it's partially dragon. I can't remember if it's fully dragon, though. Because I know this and the Legend are dragon. I think the Epic might have been too. I forget if the Ultra Rare was. Also, gosh, it's starting to take so many casts. We might have to start using a real team soon. Azarus getting that kill. Azarus is surprisingly useful. You wouldn't think it with what its ability is, but it can get a lot of value sometimes. Its main value that it wants to try to get is a 2-1 skull, so it can connect them together into a 4 times. Up the AI trying to steal my turn there. What do you think you're doing? It's my turn. Oh yeah, we're going to need to change our team if we're starting to get to the point where we have this many stats on the enemy. Oh gosh, I thought that had some amount of alignment. I just kind of always assume we're going to have some amount. We could actually lose this if we're not careful. Let's see. We're definitely not being careful. Maybe Deathmark will carry us. Do we not have extra turn skull somewhere? I feel like we did and we missed it on the previous turn. We had an opportunity. I didn't capitalize on it. I'll take the purple there. Let me deer die randomly to something. So right there we could take it, though. Do we want it? Yeah, I think we want it. So I do that. I pokes him to death. Though he's pretty much already dead regardless. Valraven just died. However, we can go carry ourselves with Azarus. We'll make it work. All I need to do is take a skull at this point and we pretty much win. Bone Dragons can still go crazy, but shouldn't go crazy enough that we lose to it. And we already won. There we go. Okay, we might need to start using a real team. Wait, this one's low enough that we might still be able to get away with it, right? Yeah, we'll... then again, they have 20% extra stats. Let's go use the real team. We have it for a reason. Might as well go grab it. So, here's the one that I intended to use more so. Though, of course, it's a bit slower. Startup. Once it gets started up, it should be good to go. We're also using Archmagus instead. I'm not sure. Were we using Necromancer for the previous one? Pretty sure we were. But for this, we'll end up using the higher amount of purple mana accumulation. Not that the other one didn't already have purple mana accumulation, but this one has even more. I guess we have to wait a turn because our enchant's going to only get to 13 next turn. I can take the purple now, however, there's really no value in doing so. Oh, I just realized I'm still using Creeping Death. Oh, wait, I forgot to change my... I was like, wait. Hold up. I copied the team. I forgot to paste it, though. Mistakes have been made. That's funny. Luckily for this battle, it doesn't really matter. These are two-shottable anyways, but for the other one, it will matter. Let's try this again. Let me go grab the team. I think it's already on copy-paste now, but just in case. It is indeed on copy-paste. Let's actually remember to paste it this time. Hate when I did that. Luckily, it works properly now. That was broken for like one patch earlier. Luckily, they have refixed the problem. So you can just paste it right in. Also, hello, Barbara! Yeah, I know, I forgot to paste it. Mistakes have been made. I'm gonna try this and see if we can get lucky. We got the extra turn. Not much I can do with it, though, because of where they spawned. We get all the blue potions, yet no way to use them. And they still miss even after that. We're gonna try this again and hope we get lucky. Oh, it even tells you how many blue potions are on the board with the thing. Interesting. Like right now, there's 4. That's a weird one to kind of tell you of. Like, it doesn't say blue gems or anything else. It's just the number of blue potions. Alright, so I'm going to cast this. It's going to end our turn, but then we can immediately just cast this and then we win. Also, Dustbringer became available free to play last week if you end up getting the final component, if you already got the other 2 components. Not too big a deal to get it. Like right now, it's probably one of the only instances we're ever going to use it in the next, like, several months. But, yeah, it was finally available free to play if you've gotten every component up to this point for the, Dustbringer. So not too big a deal if you don't have it. Dawnbringer is stronger than it in almost every situation. Only reason it's used this week is because we're restricted to Kedar weapons. And this is indeed a Kedar weapon. What do we even take care of? We'll throw that down. But on almost every other week, it is inferior to so many other things. Even though it costs so much. Well, not cost so much, but you know. It's a really high resource sink. It's the same cost technically as Dawnbringer, but it's harder to get the weapons because the weapons aren't always available. Unlike Dawnbringer, where you can get the weapons whenever. Which is good because Dawnbringer is the better one anyways. Do we have alignment here? We do. So we'll go for that. Even it converts to potion. The only thing I hate is it doesn't convert the potion into the correct gem. It just converts it into the whatever gem you're converting into. Which I guess somewhat makes sense, but I wish it would just convert the potion into correct color. It does it in their other game, but it doesn't do it in this game, which I find kind of weird. Anyways, there we go. Let's see. Do you know when Forest of Thorns comes back around again? I don't believe it's happening this season, so we still got a while before it does. I know we got Dragon's Claw faction this Friday. But no, I don't think Forest of Thorns is anytime soon. I don't believe it's coming in the next 2 months. In-game, we can already see pretty far as well. However, we got Glacial Peaks, we got Bright... Actually, is that an actual Kingdom event? Yeah, no. That's a new, that's a Mythic. So we got Blade of Lands coming up, White Helm, Mist of Scales, Shentang. Yeah, no Forest of Thorns. No Forest of Thorns and Visible Sights. It will be quite some time, at least like a month or 2. But yeah, we know all the way till like a little bit past the end of the season, and there's no Forest of Thorns in sight. Alright, so do we finish all the battles? Because if so, I might go do the pet real quick. I should probably switch to Pure Magic though. Pure Magic. We have 5 minutes, which means about 4 minutes. Let's see if we have enough time. I think we'll be fine. It normally takes like 3-4 minutes or so. Depends on the battles. Depends on luck. Like getting lucky with that. Oh wait, I forgot. We're set to a banner where that's not full mana. No! I think it's green and yellow where we get full mana off of it. Slight fail. Ever so slight fail. Alright, throw that down. That is unfortunately not full mana. Can I get Cascade for it? Yes, I can. And then we just go for that, and he's dead. Should be able to one-shot up to about 5 or 6. So then again, that one giant does get a lot of extra HP if he's in the last slot, which can make him out of kill range. As well as they get an extra turn that gives like 5 HP to everything, which brings them a bit closer out of kill range. When we get to later battles anyways, this battle's gonna be fine. You need 4 Celestial Trait Stones so you can get Sacrorax. But no matter how many battles you have done, you just can't seem to get any. High level Explorer will give you a better chance. You get a guarantee one this Sunday as well. But the higher level Explorer you do, the higher chance it is of getting Celestial. However, of course, if you're winning slower, then it might not necessarily be quicker. But spamming the highest level Explorer that you can one-shot with the Rowan, like Explore 3, Explore 4, whatever you're capable of one-shotting, that could be a pretty good method. The other alternative is if you're capable of killing Explore 12 in a timely manner, as in like less than a minute per battle, that can also be a pretty effective way of getting Celestials. And you get 1 guarantee Celestial on Sunday, I mean. So you really only have to find 3 then. Before then. Oh, let's see. I'll take that over. My name is killed up. Also, we're getting a new Mythic this Friday. And if you're opening things like Glory Keys and Gem Keys for it, you might get some Celestials along the way. So if you're specifically trying for the new Mythic, you might get the Celestials by trying for the new Mythic coming out this Friday. I almost forgot we even have a new Mythic coming out this Friday. I'm so focused on the faction. But we do have a new Mythic as well. New Mythic's not as interesting as the faction, though. It's one of the instances where the faction's more interesting than the Mythic. The Mythic's not horrible, though. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be super, super good. Nor is it going to be that fun to use. Like, it's going to be usable. But it's a pretty generic kind of just spam, reduce the enemy kind of stuff. It has potential, though. It's just not going to be, like, super, super high tier. When will Rope Dart be available again? We don't currently know. Could be months. Whenever Pride Lands has another event. However, we don't know when Pride Lands is having another event. We're probably getting an update in September, so we'll probably be able to know quite a bit further then, as far as upcoming events. But until that update, the files won't be updated, so we won't know from data mines. We got 2 snowballs. Actually, it doesn't really matter. We already have them all. Took only 3 minutes. There we go. We claimed our pets. While we're doing side stuff, and we're already set to magic, I might as well go grab the daily gems as well. Do I really need runics? I guess I'll grab the runics too. I don't really need them. Most of this we really don't, but hey. I'll grab all of it. Gold keys could be okay. Who knows? Maybe they're finally going to add that new kingdom already that they teased at the beginning of this year. We're going to add new kingdoms and then not add new kingdoms. We will eventually be getting more kingdoms. Eventually. So far, this is the longest we've ever gone without a kingdom. Of course, factions are basically the new kingdoms. However, we're soon going to not get any more factions soon. By the end of this year, every faction will be in the game for every kingdom that exists. Meaning that there'll be no mechanic to replace it unless they're planning on something in the next few updates. Because originally, when kingdoms stopped occurring, the placeholder for them, or you know, the thing that was replacing them, is factions. But we almost have every faction in the game. We have 31, and we're getting the 32nd one on this Friday. And there's only 2 others left. Beyond that one. So technically 3 left, 2 after this Friday. As far as existing kingdoms. Which means by the end of this year, they'll need something. Otherwise, we'll have no new kingdoms or new factions to come into the game. Which would be the first that neither are happening. Because the previous new kingdom was 2 months ago. Sinner Mirage. I mean 2 months ago. I mean 2 years ago. Was when Sinner Mirage came out. Not months. Well, obviously not months. Hello, Jason. Welcome. You wanted to stop by and say hi real quick? Well, thank you for that. Hope your week's been going good so far. Ah, we almost got that level. Not quite, Not quite yet. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can also get Celestials through color shards. I wouldn't really advise that though, unless you were like really, really desperate for some Celestials. But yeah, I think it's like 100 of every color shard, or jewel I mean, ends up giving you a Celestial. It's not really advised unless you really, really, really need those few Celestials, because it's better to use those towards weapons. But if you need like a few Celestials in a pinch, it could be okay to do. But if you're trying for the new Mythic on Friday, you're probably going to get enough anyways. Alright, while we're doing side stuff, let's go clear out dungeons, then we'll go hand out a code, and then we'll probably go mess with the faction. Go from there. Is Ferrous Raw worth getting? I would say in the current game state of the game, no. It's not bad to have, and you still do soul farming on occasion. Plus, I still use a single Ferrous Raw for whenever we need a quick kill, for whenever the objective, like this week, for example, tells you to go farm 80 souls. It's very easy with a Ferrous Raw team whenever it tells you to do any amount of soul objective to get that objective done in under a minute. So there's that. However, Ferrous Raw is definitely not as much of a must-have as it used to be. That new troop is now Iron Hawk, as far as the must-have kind of troop in that regard, particularly double Iron Hawk. But yeah, single and double Ferrous Raw, not as useful as it used to be. It's not bad to have in the current state of game. It just lost a lot of value as of this year, mostly because Iron Hawk exists now, and it just farms everything because of Vault events, or you know, the new Nomapalooza events. This is the most efficient way to farm them. Alright, let's go ahead and add a code. And then we'll probably mess around with, well, definitely mess around with the faction. And then we have a new one coming out on Friday. And then tomorrow we have the Undead Pet. Let me go save this so I can go get this to you guys. And Thursday we have the class event for, Necromancer. Overall, I feel like people underestimate Necromancer a lot. Main thing that it has going for it, half mana start while having extra purple mana, while having insta-kill. There's a few instances where it can actually be quicker, even more so than Archmages. If you don't need the mana as much, but you want to try for the insta-kill. Depends what kind of weapon you're using, though. But there goes go. There's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever your game says in the bottom left corner, right over here is where you put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chat. So copy paste the random numbers and letters started with VL. And it gives the same word as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Only usable on PC mobile version of the game. But there you guys go. Enjoy. And of course, definitely feel free to leave a like on stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly, greatly appreciated. If anyone still has any questions and you want me to go over, do let me know. Make sure to do so. Okay, so, let's see. We did that. Finish out World Event, right? Yeah. Or, you know, finish as in 0 battles remaining. Not finished yet, but we'll have that done by Friday, probably. Anyways, let's go to Fangmoor. So, I should probably go get the Fangmoor team. We posted it the other day. Pretty standard, just run Rowan. Likely we'll roll with. No reason not to if we have access to it. Unfortunately, the power we have access to isn't as useful for it, but we'll still get the job done. If anything, you can actually burst the mana a little bit better. Oh, so that's what you can run for the higher level. Yeah, with Possess King. You do have access to Zugoff here, though. I think this was before we had Zugoff. But, of course, you can run the standard kind of like Iron Good Zugoff kind of composition. You can't run Thrall, though. We don't have access to purple, unfortunately. But, we'll roll with this. Let's go for quick kill rolling. Should be fine. What do you think about the Doom Tome? They're mostly only used for Guild War defense. So unless you're specifically picking it up to boost up your Guild War defend, they're generally not that needed. And for the most part, I'd probably skip on them. They're great weapons to be using on Guild War defend, but they are basically useless in most other circumstances. Also, I forgot to get enchant. We would have had full mana a turn early. Let me go grab that. Saves a lot of time. This probably saves like 10 minutes or something, just getting that. Plus you get a treasure for only 30 gold, plus sometimes you have to anyways, depending on how the score is. I would advise us always getting it to start with. Also, whenever it's All-Seeing Eye, you literally have to go for it too, because it's impossible to ever have enough points prior. This is yellow to blue, right? Yes, it is. However, if we have a different match on the board, it's actually quicker just going for it. But ideally, we'll have good yellow to blue start, so we can actually get to convert. Not too big a deal if we do, though. But yeah, Doom's Tomes, I would pass on them for the most part. You might see me and quite a few people using them during Guild War defense. And it may be ever so occasionally offensively, though, so normally on defense. But that's basically their full purpose. They're not really used much beyond that point. And there's so many other things you'd want to pick up way before you would ever bother getting them. And while they are really meta, like way late in the game, for most people, they're not really realistic to get. Especially you don't get them before the Doom Skull converting ones. The ones that hit all enemies, combined with the Doom Skull convert. Those are first priority as far as any Doom weapon. And then second priority is books. But you definitely want to make sure you have the color corresponding to the one that hits all enemies while having the Doom Skull convert before the Doom weapon, before you ever get any of the books. Because those are way, way better by a pretty large margin. We're getting really unlucky with starting boards here. Oh wait, never mind, we have some right there, never mind. That was actually a good starting board, I just didn't see it there. Not used to looking at yellow to blue convert. Because normally whenever I use Drowned Sailor, it's pretty much only for that one Guild War day. Red Guild War day. I'm pretty sure that's like the only time I really run it. So I don't normally need to look for that convert specifically. Oh, so we might be gaining a level this stream. Still got a ways to go. Still want to try hitting level 1,700 before the end of the year. I think we can. We got 3 months left. Well, technically 4 months, right? September, October, November, December, yeah. So yeah, we got 3 months. I mean 4 months. We got time. Got a whole third of a year. And we only have a third of the levelage to go, so pretty much right on track. Though, of course, those levels take a bit longer than the other thirds, since the higher you go, the more XP it requires. I still wish it would show somewhere in game how much XP it is. It still makes no sense that this game shows specific XP drops as numbers, but there's no way to see your total XP or amount of XP until next level. Still don't understand why they haven't done that to this day. Because the game keeps tracks of it. It's not like they're not keeping track. They could easily show it. They just don't. I saw that Logic Slayer if I didn't already say hi. Welcome, welcome. Do we have alignment? Not really. Just go for it. We need the mana. You have a funny video idea? What's that video idea? What is this video idea of which you speak? Nice alignment right off starting board. Put that Rowan in there. They might have not have thought of the game to last this long. When the EXP system was expanded like that, it was already pretty deep. Like, it was 2 years in, I believe. Because the EXP system didn't always go to past 1,000. Actually, when it first launched, it only went to 100. Then it was expanded to 1,000. And then about a year or two later or so, it became 2,000. I mean, not 2,000. It became 10,000. Though realistically, 2,000 because... It takes forever to reach 2,000, let alone 3,000, let alone 10,000, which is literally impossible. I don't think anyone's 3,000 yet. Make a tier list of my viewers? No. That could only go very badly. That could only go extremely badly because all of you are S tier, right? Let's see. What do we even take here? Neither seem good. We'll stick to green. And it's this. Hey, you're SSS tier. That's actually probably true, though. I do greatly appreciate all the support, Isabel. Helps out a lot for the channel, as well as just in general. What do we take here? Take the green for now. As long as you're above rogue, you're happy. Oh gosh. We're getting a lot of boards that don't have a starting convert for this. I'm actually surprised. I don't know, I'm just not noticing a lot of them. Which might also be the case. I'm not used to doing yellow to blue. There's a few colors I really notice a lot, particularly purple to yellow, because Mercy was the first one that ever got this mechanic. So for whatever reason, I'm always attached to looking at purple to yellow. Because for the longest time, she was the only, like, really viable, or at one point, the only Empower in the game. And then at another point, the only viable Empower. Or not only Empower, but, you know, the ones that convert specifically a color to a color. At one point, she was the only one. And then at a later point, she was the only viable one of the ones that existed. But then eventually, other viable ones came into the game. But she was the original. Which is why I normally notice purple to yellow, but barely any of the other colors. Oh, so hello, mister! Welcome, welcome! Hope all has been well. Oh, so hello, Jim Diaz, who also I forgot to say hello to. But welcome as well. Let's see, with boards, that's short, with an explode and trigger potions. Anyone else notice that the AI tries to take an extra turn if it's available? Yeah, it tries to take an extra turn, but normally fails. There's also a weird bug that we found yesterday that sometimes they'll take 2 moves simultaneously. And I find it really funny because when it did take 2 moves, it didn't take like 2 different 3s. It combined 2 different gems that would have been a 3, but turned it into a 4 because they took 2 moves at once, which is pretty funny. But yeah, there's still some glitches with potions. Similar to lycanthropy, it's probably not even going to be fixed until all the way at the end of the season. Because it probably won't be fixed until this patch that we're getting in about a month. And about a month from now is basically the end of the season. So similar to how lycanthropy was finally like fixed by the time it was like the second to last week of the event, potions might end up being the same way. So they're really going to need to think of some kind of different way to do power gems, maybe? Or, you know, still do it for every event, but like find a way to like have it bug free or something. Because so far, every single power gem has been glitched for a good majority of the event. Or, you know, there's at least one glitch associated to it. And in both instances, it's not going to be fixed until, like, the second to last week or so of the event. Because there's a good chance we're not getting a patch for about a month. Mid to late September should be next patch, most likely. It'll get fixed when potions leave rotation. No, it should be fixed by next patch, I would sure hope. Because that's what they did with lycanthropy. It was finally fixed by the time the patch came out. But the event was pretty much already over by then. Hello, Bushka! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, this would be the second event in a row where the power gem is glitched in some way. And this might become a reoccurring thing. Though, it's not as bad as, I would say overall, it's not as bad as lycanthropy was, as far as, like, how glitchy it is. Like, it has some glitches, but lycanthropy had way more. Like, people were literally saying it was crashing the game. I personally have not seen that happen, though. But stuff like that is, at least potions don't crash the game. I don't think anyone has had a crash from it yet. It does some weird things, though crashing the game is not one of them. Also, it as a mechanic's a lot less annoying. So a lot more of it can be overlooked. Did Uber Doom Skulls glitch? No, I don't think Uber Doom Skulls ever had a glitch associated to it. Because they're basically just Doom Skulls, except a slightly different shape. It's kind of hard for them to be glitched. What they do is kind of too basic to ever glitch them. I think the only slight glitch that was kind of associated to it, that I don't think you can do anymore, is anything that could spawn gems. You used to be able to target Uber Doom Skulls so that you could spawn Uber Doom Skulls. However, I believe they patched that out. So I guess technically that was a glitch because you can't do it anymore. I'm pretty sure. Because before, anything that could create something of a gem, you used to just be able to do on Uber Doom Skulls and then create them. I think they fixed every instance of that where you can't use those troops to create power gems. So for example, if I use one of those troops on this, we can't just create like 7 blue potions. For the very obvious reason of balance. That would be very strong. If you use something like Justice, that could create a mix of blue and then whatever you target. So you basically target a blue potion and create a bunch of blue and blue potions. That would be very ridiculously over-the-top broken, which is why they patched that out. That was across all power gems, though, not just Uber Doom Skulls. We're so close to that level. You know what? We're gonna grind until we have that level. Because I don't think this faction will get us all the way there. We'll do a little bit of explore grind. Maybe do some little bit of dust doubling. Also, next Vault event, a couple of weeks from now. I believe it was the 3rd week of September. Easy way to check. It was the 3rd week of September, sounds correct. The page is broken? Oh no. Oh wait, now it's working? Okay, that was weird. I broke the page for a moment. When's the next Vault event? Next Vault event is on September 24th. So yeah, basically, yeah, 3 weeks from now, pretty much. 4 Fridays from now, 3 weeks from now. You know, 3 weeks, 3 days, or somewhere around there. Pretty much 3 weeks. Also, we'll finally know if they're gonna nerf it again. I sure hope they don't. So far, 2 Vault events in a row, we've had a Vault nerf. You're ready? You already got 36 Nomapaloozas? Nice. Yeah, I think I only have a 10. I was gonna say it doesn't. I'm pretty sure we have 10 right now, 10 or 11. We're gonna have to farm a lot of them manually this time around. Where you basically farm like an hour of trying to get the scrolls and an hour or two of, or not an hour or two, but like a half an hour of actually using them then. Because ideally we'll find 2 full sets per hour, and then we'll use 2 sets, which will take a half an hour. So basically an hour and a half per cycle. Which isn't too bad. It's not as broken as it used to be, but it's still really insanely good loot. If you did that for the entire weekend, you'd probably still hit like 1,000 of them. Though realistically, a few hundred. But if you had the time, you could still hit 1,000 in the weekend. It just requires a lot of time. It's still possible to do so. Unless they nerf the Vault key drop right next tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but when it comes back around. I really hope they don't. Puzzle Quest 3 PvP, you know it goes challenge to champion. Is there a tier above that? Whatever 5,000 trophies is the final tier. I forget what that's called. But whatever 5,000 trophies... If you have 5,000 trophies in that game and it has reset week so that you're in that tier, that's the highest it goes. Also, there's no one in the final tier yet. I'm still all alone. We're in the final tier for every single category. Someone finally got into the 2nd category, the restricted one, this week. I forget who it was. It was some name that began with S. But no one's in the final tier yet. The one that requires level 50 with a specific weapon. Probably because a lot of people missed it quite a few weeks. And the normal tier, a lot of people have already been in. I think there's like 20 people there. You know, a lot relative to the final tier in the game. Lower tiers, of course, have hundreds. Let's see, I'll throw that down. But yeah, there's still no one in the final tier for the 3rd category. Also, we better be getting a patch for that today. If they do, they're going to do it in probably a couple hours or so. And if not, that means no patch this week, which means that's almost 2 months with no patch. How could they? You know what game is getting a patch? Actually, it might have already. I need to check the socials. We're probably doing, or should be doing, Pokemon Unite tomorrow. Blastoise should be coming out. Actually, it might already be out. Twitter, what do you have to say? They have not tweeted, which means it's definitely not out yet. But it was supposed to come out tomorrow. The only problem is they didn't give a time. And since it's an international company, we have no clue when it could possibly be. But it specifically say tomorrow. Though the reset time is 8 p.m., so it technically is tomorrow in their reset time kind of thing. Let's see, what did we go for here? Yeah, getting the 2nd Ironhawk is very useful. I highly advise trying to get it. Though there isn't really any opportunity to currently unless you just do random drop table. And for the next week, starting this Friday, you will not be able to get in the random drop table because the new Mythic will be in the drop table only. So that everyone can go get the new Mythic. Of course, we'll have a video on that Friday morning. Still not a huge fan of it, though, but it's not as useless as the one that's kind of similar to it. Like, it's much better than the buffing version of it. Because the way that it disables the enemy is actually not horrible. The biggest thing holding it back is it loses this turn. Also, why did you hit my damage source? How am I supposed to win now? You're gonna damage my damage source. That is dependent on not being damaged. What kingdom is the new Mythic? Dragon's Claw. It's a pure dragon kingdom. Hey, that reminds me, was that other kingdom pure dragon? It was Fell Roost. I don't think it was. Maybe it was. Oh yeah, it was. Okay, so this is actually the second pure dragon kingdom then. Fell Roost was actually also pure dragon. Yeah, I forgot. But yeah, this is actually the second pure dragon kingdom, not the first. Though these aren't undead dragons. I believe there's just normal dragons. Let's see, we'll take that over. Get our explosion. And unlike Fang Moor, it actually matches the typing of the kingdom. Which I was really disappointed with Stormheim not matching its typing. I think it had 1 giant out of 4. Despite it being the most giant-based kingdom in the entire game. They got a faction that only had 1 giant. Though luckily Dragon's Claw is getting 4 dragons to synergize with a basically pure dragon kingdom. Pics of its pet? I don't think I've ever actually looked at it yet. Let's see. This is what the pet looks like. Oh, it's a Komodo dragon. They actually haven't had a Komodo dragon yet? That's interesting. But, yeah, it's a Komodo dragon. A little bit of a cartoony Komodo dragon, but a Komodo dragon. Nonetheless. Yeah, there it is. That's the pet for the faction this Friday. You get it for having 2,000 renown. You get it max for having 2,500 renown for the new faction. So if you do 500 with no pure faction, you'd have it. Or if you do both, you'll have it maxed. That's what it looks like. Looks like a little crocodile. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Komodo dragon. But it looks a little bit more crocodile alligator-like than Komodo dragon-like. Though his body shape kind of makes it seem like such. And of course it gives a standard bonus, just a bonus towards the faction. Which isn't really that useful, because I highly doubt there'll be any team really using a variety of those troops. You might spam like 2 or 3 to legend, but they have to be unique troops for you to get the bonus. Yeah, the pet's pretty cool. Starting to get a lot of dragon pets too. I think we have almost a dozen now, if you count all the dragon kitties. Oh yeah, I forgot, Salty streamed last night. I did not catch it. What did you go over, the new faction? I assume so. I might need to go check it to see what the layout's like for treasure rooms and everything, so we know preemptively. Not too big a deal though, it's pretty easy to figure out after doing the map like once or twice. It's pretty straightforward to figure out where on earth the treasure rooms are. Because normally you want to do treasure rooms last to maximize the amount of resources you get from them. Because they have a higher amount of resources than all the other rooms, and it gives you time to build up multiplier. And that multiplier applies to the battle. You can also just do pure multiplier order, and that's also fine. If you want to maximize score, multiplier order is better. If you want to maximize loot, if you're not going for leaderboard, it's better to go take the treasure rooms last. And I'm pretty sure most people are in that category, given that the leaderboard only has 100 spots. Let's see. What do we take here? We'll take that for now. I just realized, why am I here? Hold up. How did I get here? I was like looking over at chat and doing the other thing. Why am I doing that there? I was like, wait, why is the Phoenicia doing on our team? Though we actually do have Phoenicia for this faction. We actually could build... Wait, you know what? We actually could do Phoenicia quick kill here. So what would we be missing? Oh, we wouldn't have Leprechaun, though. We'd have to use a different mana accumulator. I'm pretty sure we still have something that converts to red. Under, like, a blue of some kind. Yeah, summer, right? Tape on. Brown to red. Well, tape on does it? I can't remember if summer does. I actually can't remember what color summer even is, because it normally has Empower and you only cast it once. So its color is kind of irrelevant most of the time. I think it's like green something. It might be green yellow. I know for sure tape on's green blue. would allow it to be used right now to feed Phoenicia if we wanted to. So basically this exact same build, but Tapon and Phoenicia instead of Rowan. Same difference. Just use Harpy Mage. Oh yeah, we do have access to Harpy Mage too. It has a turn 2 Empower. Yeah, it is yellow-green, that's what I thought. I sometimes forget because it's empowered so often that its mana costs, or its mana, what mana it requires generally isn't required. Other than for its restrictions. Because you generally don't care about feeding it mana, you mostly just care about it doing its one cast and then auto-winning off of that. Like with Yagüe, Queen Titania, or pretty much anything else you use it with. Speaking of, Yagüe's still in Soulforge this week. It's one of the few legends that isn't too bad to go for. It's not as much of a must-have as like Tesla or Queen Titania or something similar, but it's definitely pretty high up there. I know personally, Yagüe was the very first legend I ever bothered fully medaling, because it gets a lot of value for doing so. Oh wait, it's a 5-room faction? That is awful. I wish they would stop making those. Those are the worst. There's really no reason why a faction should be that long. I wasn't planning on doing much rush method, but when we do any amount of rush method, it's gonna make it go so much slower. It also makes pure faction harder. Normally. Unless there's treasure rooms along the path. In which case it might not be as bad. But if it's like a mandatory 5-room with none of them being treasure rooms, like how Fang Moor is, it makes it a lot harder. Luckily Fang Moor's options are pretty decent for actually getting the faction done. Not like the best options, but they're good enough that it's not as big a deal. But for weaker factions, having 5 rooms is really annoying. When you have weaker options to use. And the faction troops, while the legend might be good outside the faction, they're not too good at actually doing pure faction. They do all have skull reduction. However, so does the enemy. So that's going to be a little annoying. It's going to remind me actually a lot of Hall of Guardians. I don't think it's going to be as hard as Hall of Guardians, but it's definitely going to have those Hall of Guardian vibes a bit because of how much reduction it has and the fact that you're mostly spamming skulls on top of skull reduction. And while you also have that protection, so does the enemy. At least for the first and final battle. Oh, you get to choose the second and fourth battles? Okay. So it's kind of like a multi-branching path then. Almost like a tree path. Yeah, wasn't that the map that had a bunch of the treasure map markings on it? Pretty sure it was the one. It doesn't give a good idea of where the thingies are though. But if we check the thing over here. Yeah, it was the one with all the X's on it. Wait, this is a 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like you do it in 4. Oh, never mind, it is 5, duh. Yeah, you're right. Because you'd start here. You get to choose. You get to choose again. Yeah, it is 5. That's unfortunate. However, there should be a treasure room there and there. Maybe even in between. Like, one of these choices is probably going to be a treasure room or just the thing right in the middle. So if that is the case, it's not as bad. Because Fang Moor, you have to go the whole way with no treasure room. Because the treasure rooms are here and here. And there's no treasure rooms going towards the path. But in that faction that we just saw for Friday, yeah, that probably does have a... It should. I sure hope it does. Have a treasure room along that path. The reason why treasure rooms are better is they always give you a positive stats effect instead of a negative one. And some of them can be really good. Like 20% agile, death mark on skull, other similar things. Whereas just normal battle rooms give the enemy a positive effect. Normally pretty small ones, like I think this one gives them like, what, 1 or 2 magic or something? Something pretty minuscule. But those legendary epic rooms, particularly legendary ones, can sometimes give them something really good. So having as many treasure rooms as possible is nice. Like this one gives them 4 life, which obviously is basically 0 stats. This one gives them 6 armor, which is also basically 0 stats. And then there's other ones that gives them like Entangle on Skull or Submerge when they get hit, which is probably the most annoying one for AoE builds by far. It's probably one of the most annoying faction perks to deal with, assuming your team is hard countered by it. But when you're doing like a pure faction, it's so absurdly annoying when you have like a mandatory 5, and then that mandatory 5 is the Submerge room, and then it basically makes the final battle near unwinnable because you have a team that has to hit all enemies, and then they have basically they keep getting Submerge every time they do anything. Actually, it's not whenever they get hit, it's whenever they cast a spell, they get Submerged, which is similarly as annoying. Though not as annoying as getting on hit, because at least you could stop them sometimes from casting. Especially if you have a mana drainer as an option. Alright, we're gonna have to take these other rooms as well. And now we need to go get this level. I think we'll be ever so slightly short after finishing out this faction. And when I say ever so slightly, I mean ever so slightly. So close yet so far. Do we not have any convert here? Not really. Let's take a green. Come on, mana. Where are you? There you go. We need the mana. It's just taunting us at this point with that level. It's the only bad thing about reaching this high of a level. For like 30 to 50 battles straight, it looks like you're going to gain a level every single battle pretty much. Until it finally does. Just because the bar seems so full. It doesn't give you an actual number. Because it looks like we're close. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're like 15 battles away, if not more. Oh, also, you know what game got an update today? I'm not sure we're going to revisit it. It seemed like a pretty small patch. Though they were doing some additional content for it. But Spiritfarer. I'm not sure if the Switch version got the update as well, but I saw it on Steam when I was looking at the things earlier. But yeah, Spiritfarer. Probably my favorite indie game that I played last year. Had a really good storyline. Felt like I didn't have enough content though. But storyline was good. Like, it's not like a Stardew Valley where, like, you have so much to do in post-game. Especially after all the updates they did. Like, it kind of just ended. And then you, like, look and it's like, oh, yeah, there's almost no content now. Like, a few things you can do, but barely anything. Let's see. Let's get over here. So close to the level. It keeps taunting us. That'd be funny if we get on the very last battle we need here. We need one more. Come on, level up! That'd be perfect coincidence. Her stream was 10-minute of faction, 15-minute of dog, 15-minute of chair stream, while awaiting coffee, 20-minute lockdown COVID talk. That sounds about right. Oh, wow. How coincidental is that? We got the level on the very last battle of the faction that we need to do. And, of course, I go all in on purple for no reason other than that we always do it. And that is literally the only reason. All right, double blue, go. That is very much not double blue. Unfortunate. Oh, tribute's ready, though. Give me that tribute. 23 gems. I'm pretty sure 21's my average these days, and that's a level up bonus from earlier. Still the same pretty useless junk. An event key and 100 glory. I wish we could convert event keys to gem keys. Though I'm starting to get a pretty big stack of gem keys because of Nomapalooza. We're going to have almost 4,000 for Friday. Well, maybe not. This isn't really going to increase by much between now and then. Unless we do some treasure hunt. Should I? I'm going to do one. Oh, one and only one. Gotta get those gem keys for the Mythic this Friday. This is a very inefficient way of doing that, by the way. Especially playing out normally. So you'd be better off just spamming through the map as quickly as possible than using those gems to get it, rather than actually trying to go for gem keys. It's not going to stop me from trying to go for one gem key, though. Let's see. I hate this board. We'll take that, though. Gotta get that value when we can. Overall, starting board doesn't look too good for us, though. Oh, we wasted a 5 times there. Multi 5 times don't give you anything extra. Unfortunately. Do we have any good move here? I feel like we do, and then we didn't. Can't do anything with that bronze. I feel like we need to. Yep, 5 times right there. Nice. Do I take that yet, or wait? I think we take that first. Then we have 5 times there. Into another 5 times. It just gets wasted. Oh, that's not a 5 times because the other thing gets consumed by it. Yeah, I'm not sure why I've been interested in treasure hunt lately, but I have been. Their loot's still horrific for it, though. That hasn't changed. I wish it would. I eventually want to do a dedicated treasure hunt stream, but not prior to them actually buffing treasure hunt. Where literally the whole stream is just treasure hunt for the sake of doing treasure hunt. But also because they buffed it and there's more content. Okay, we'll take that over. This game mode still needs so many changes, though. Mostly in the loot compartment. But also in general. What do we want here? Gotta get those gem keys for this Friday. Hopefully we'll get one. We need to go get to at least a vault, though, to have any chance of doing so. Those juicy gem keys. We almost have a vault here. First of many. What do we even take here? I'll take that over. I feel like we want to start making over here. Unfortunately, this guy is a mile away. Is there anything I could do to move that into a vault? I don't believe we can. And that just ruined what I was going to do over there. Fail. Alright, this is starting to get slightly bad. We do have a lot of turns still remaining, though. Still a lot of wiggle room. Especially if that gonna keep happening off of Sky. As well as that. Anything else you want to give us, Sky? Let's see. We'll take that over. We almost got another thing formed over here. Unfortunately, I don't think I can bag that properly, can I? No. We'll take that over so we can convert that into the other thing. So we can then take that. Which allows us to take that. Which then allows us to take this into... Can I convert these greens into a thing? No, I cannot. So I need more bags down here. Or more anything. You know what? I'm actually going to do that. So I can then do this. Oh, wait, but then the other one doesn't move down. Oh, no. That didn't quite work out as expected. Hey, this is a little clunky now. Just a little bit. Because even when I move this over, we're not going to be able to do anything with it. Yet, anyways. It's like when I do that, that doesn't get to do anything. Yet. Let's see. Can I even move it down in any way that's viable? Yes, I can. Come on, give me those 2 gem keys for Friday. You know you want to. Right there, double gem key. Go. Our chances like 1 in 4 because I'm pretty sure it's weighted evenly. 1 in 4 chance for the double gem key. So we have a near 100% chance of not getting it then. Let's see. Can I even get a second vault? I don't think I can. I can get somewhat close. But somewhat close is not enough to get it. I got 2 reds. It's not enough though. That is very close though. Maybe we'll get it. Problem is, how on earth are we getting this last green chest if we are going to try for it? Also, this kind of moved in a weird way that might make it even more impossible. Can I even take that in a way that's viable? Not really. Yeah, I think this map is over. We just gotta hope for the single double off of the 1. So we can go use it this Friday. I think that's the end of the line. That looks like the end of the line to me. Unless there's some kind of RNG location we want to try for. I don't even think we can land that, though. Nope. I need a triple bag to fall. Oh, we didn't get the keys from it, did we? Oh, we got glory keys, though. Well, we got a key we could use for it. Not the right one, though. Oh, well. The pile shall stay at under 4,000. It's not like 2 would have helped much. 2 more will bring us, like, not even... Well, 2% closer. Well, not 2%. Actually, since we're at 70, what is that, then? That'd be, like, 3-point-something%. Somewhere's around there. Anyways, hello, boss. Welcome. Anyone else have any other questions? Anything else you want me to go over? Any things? Let me know. Let's see. Does level 6 guild seals help getting mythics? Yes. Basically, the way that seals work effectively is... let me go claim these. I still haven't got my 2,000 yet this week. But 20,000 is basically like glory keys, and 40,000 is basically like gem keys. So yes, having them be higher, like having 40,000 total, does give you a higher effective rate of getting mythics. One thing that is pretty common, that I forget to mention most weeks, is because I think my guild kind of already does it automatically. But the Monday after a mythic gets released, which is this next Monday, it is a good idea, if you want to, coordinate with your guild, everyone using a bunch of purple orbs so that you hit 40,000 seals on Monday, which normally most guilds wouldn't do, unless you specifically use orbs. And the reason for this is if people in your guild still want to try for the mythic, if they didn't get it on Friday, they would be able to do so while still having 40,000 off the seals. Because, of course, one of those keys that you do tend to open, even though I personally don't use them for it, because I like using gem keys and glory keys first, but you can use seal keys, is using seal keys to get the mythic. And to use seal keys to get the mythic, you want to have 40,000 seals before you do, ideally, because that'll give you the best chance of it occurring. So it's a good idea to get to 40,000. But yeah, it actually shows you the drop rate regardless of what your chest is. If you go over to chest and you go over to guild keys, if you click the question mark, it'll actually show the breakdown for your current level chest. So right now, of course, we have max level at level 6, which you get for having 40,000 or higher seals in a week. And you can see all the breakdowns, with the mythic being 0.11, which is like about 1,000 keys or so. A little bit less, but, you know, pretty much 1,000 or so in order to get the mythic. But, yeah, and if you had a level 5 chest, it would show different numbers here. And you can see, even if you have a lower one, like level 5 right now, you just go here and it shows you what all your drop rates are for your chances of getting it. I just realized something. It's almost as hard to get a mythic as it is to get a celestial. No wonder why some people have some struggle with a couple of those celestials, though there are many other ways to get it. Unlike mythics, which are mostly just in keys. Unless you get like really lucky off of like a legendary task from your guild. But yeah, they're almost the same drop rate. It's like twice as likely to get a celestial. Both pretty rare though. But anyways, guys, I think we're going to be calling it a stream for now. We will be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, as we do every single night. We will mostly be doing the undead pet, doing a little bit more of the world event, and then probably just doing a bit of token grinding. Instead of treasure hunt, we'll be doing token grinding, and we'll go from there. Aside from that, this Thursday we did the class event for Necromancer, and the most interesting thing is Friday we're getting a new faction and a new Mythic. We'll go over the Mythic in the morning, and the faction we'll be doing a stream for at noon on Friday, as well as other midday streams. Tomorrow we will probably be doing one for Pokemon Unite, assuming Blastoise is out by noon, which it should be. And, of course, we'll be doing the Friday one for Gems of War. Thursday I'll do Puzzle Quest if and only if it gets an update tonight. I'm not sure if it is. It might not be. And on Saturday we'll be doing Fall Guys. Should you get Undyne and Soulforge? Probably not. Undyne's pretty underwhelming. You don't have, and you almost have 8,000 diamonds, and you need the trash mythics. I would only get it if you currently have 0 mythics for Merlantis. But otherwise, it's probably not worth it. What's the other one for Merlantis? Oh yeah, it's that other useless one. But yeah, if you have 0 mythics for Merlantis, it could be okay. But if you already have a mythic for Merlantis, I'd probably skip on it. Though I would need to know like what the whole list of your trash ones are. But generally, when you're going for trash mythics, you want to make sure you have 1 mythic for every single kingdom before you consider doing anything else as far as getting trash mythics. So make sure you have 1 for literally all 34 kingdoms before you craft trash mythics. Because you want to make sure you have all those trash mythics before you do that, because you actually need those for kingdom upgrades. But, I don't know, it would depend on how many total mythics you have and if you have all of them for every kingdom yet. Because if you're missing it for even 1 kingdom that has 0 mythics, you want to prioritize that with your diamonds before you prioritize getting other trash mythics. Because those trash mythics will be more useful to you because they are actually needed for kingdom upgrades, making them not completely useless. But yeah, you want to double check that before you do that. So just double check your list and make sure you have a mythic, 1 mythic for every kingdom. And then at that point, if you have 1 mythic for every kingdom and you feel like you have all the good mythics, you can basically craft whatever you want. It doesn't really matter at that point. But you want to make sure you have at least 1 per all, and of course all the better mythics that you actually want before you do that. And if you're at that point, then yeah, you can just go craft it if you want. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Hope you all have a wonderful week. See you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.